Hi, New Hope. I'm currently in the bathroom at the church that I'm in Bulgaria because this is where I seem to be able to pick up Wi-Fi from somewhere. And I just really wanted to update you. It's very difficult because I think I put a lot of pressure on myself of what needs to be in an update. And I went probably like the first 3 months without really getting a lot of internet. So when I did, I never knew what to say or what to write or how I was going to do this. And then I was talking with Scott Siddig about kind of being busy in the last month, even when I did finally have internet, and trying to do a 5-minute video of the last 3 months and all the crazy, amazing things that have happened. And I couldn't find a way to give it justice. And I recorded myself doing one just off the cuff, and it was 34 minutes. So that's not acceptable to be given in church. So what I think I'm going to do is give you an update just of Guatemala and kind of little things that I just wanted to say, and keep it within 5 minutes. And that way, then like next week, I'll try to do something like that in just little tidbits to get you up to speed now that I kind of have internet in Bulgaria 3 months in. So first off, I love you guys, and I really want to celebrate that for a second because I think a lot of people kind of usually leave on a missions trip or like long-term missions or something, and they might feel disconnected or that their church doesn't support them, or various things like, oh, the American church, they're at home and they're not doing things in the world because now all of a sudden we're bigger tools in the kingdom, which is just a fallacy in our own minds because, I mean, I was that person in the office, and essentially it was like when Peter gets called out of the boat, like he could have said, hey, Jesus, is that you? What, calm the storm. But instead, he's like, hey, Jesus, is that you? If it is you, call me out of the boat. And I was sitting in an accounting firm, basically like in the boat. My faith reached its capacity, and it was great because my testimony had been to do accounting. Who does accounting? But to become an accountant, not what I would have normally picked for my life, own testimony, so be sure to ask me about that when I'm home. But to go out and support raise myself in a way to pay for all the missionaries that I knew, because I had tons of friends. Amanda was one of them, actually, because she had always wanted to go to Africa for the longest time. And I was like, someday when she goes or something, I'm going to pay and all that. So Meg used to want to be in a mud hut in Africa too, coincidentally. A lot of Africa. But in any case, those things were the things that I was like, all right, God, then I'll be like the hands and stuff. And so here I am, like Peter, okay, now I'm being called out of the boat. And I'm on the world race. And I see all these people around me talking about like how their church at home just doesn't get it or something. And I'm like, that's crazy. My church is awesome. My church they were begging me to like give some kind of talk on it. And I was like so not familiar with that because I was like, oh, I don't know what you think about like short-term missions in a way, because it's like 1 month in each country, or what you would think about this. And everyone was so supportive, like so supportive. So thank you so much for all of that and the continued prayers for everything, especially the health. Like that has been awesome because I am one of the few people to have gotten sick. I did end up going to the hospital because I didn't drink a lot of water one day last month. I had like pop and stuff, and so I got dehydrated. And, but it was weird because it was like a spiritual attack. But when we get to month El Salvador update, I'll let you know more about that. But essentially, really haven't been sick. And we've had like everybody get sick with, all kinds of disgusting stuff and things. But, no parasites for me or anything, not even like normal bacterial sicknesses and stuff. So, amen. I think that's kind of a testimony in itself. And when we talk about Guatemala and how I got sick then, I'll give you an update on that. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a little Peter update, thought that I had on this, and that I just, not to be in a spirit of comparison, but you guys are an awesome church, and I want to celebrate that today, because you guys, it doesn't matter your size or anything, like, your heart is, like, right on point with, like, God's kingdom, like, you're kingdom focused. And as I share about all the people at home with everybody else, that's, like, the vision that everyone else gets, like, they get that. They hear that in the stories that I tell about it, the individuals that I've come to know in New Hope, and just how welcoming you guys were for me coming, just starting last February, moving to Rochester in June because I loved the church, and then getting called to go out, cause I don't even know how that all worked, but here I am, 4 months in, 3 months fully in, on the world race, leaving my job. Still kind of crazy to me. So thank you guys for all that. And just specific thank yous again. Thank you, Tanya, for your sleeping pad. I think about you a lot because I sleep on it a lot, especially when I was actually in my tent on it. Awesome. Also, thank you, Carrie, for your mosquito net in month 1. That was awesome. Huge. We had tons of mosquitoes. I got bit up like crazy during the day. I actually went to the doctor about that, but I'll take that over any kind of vomiting sickness, because I was fine. I just itched like crazy. Thank you, Karen, again, leading prayers, tons of prayers about health and safety, and just checking in on me and stuff. That's really awesome to kind of know that I have people at home and stuff as well. And kind of a Dave Peel shout out, thank you for speaking over me that I've used my accounting on the race, because that's kind of why I can't sum up into 5 minutes what's been going on since being in the race, because that has come up in 2 different months, very apparently, and so when I get to those months, I will let you know, and it'll probably end up also being on my blog too, which now I can finally post blogs, so I just started. So if you go to Michelle Ford at theworldrace.org, you can kind of catch up on my blogs. You can subscribe to them, so they'll come to your email, or you can just email me. I think that's also in the church bulletin. So just basically, essentially, I wanted to do a thank you before I did anything else. You guys are really awesome, and I can't wait to share more with you. Alright, and I think I'm going to try to send a video from this morning's church service here in Bulgaria, a worship song. I think that's it. So, love you guys, and I will catch up more with you soon. Bye.